Hello and welcome to today's sub-state final between the number 2 seed Kapaun Mount Carmel Crusaders and the 10 seed Maize South Mavericks. I'm Andrew Guyer, and tonight I'm joined by my co-host Grayson Greer. And Grayson, KMC coming in on a 13-game win streak. Walk me through this team and how dangerous they are.
And Kapaun coming in on a 13-game win streak, hot as ever, looking to take their 5th straight trip to Emporia. And they are looking to get this win over Maize South High School. Maize South sitting at a 12-9 record this season. Their latest win coming in the first round of the sub-state playoffs over Emporia, 57-47. And we are getting ready for this matchup. Here's Andrew to go with your starting 5 for the Kapaun Mount Carmel Crusaders.
Now for KMC, handling the ball tonight, the senior number 11, Corey Daniels. And along the wing for the Crusaders, number 4, the junior Rocco Keller. Number 12, the senior Owen Erlocker. And number 15, the sophomore Blaze Dalian. And rounding off the lineup, the senior, number 21, Corbin Johnson.
And for the Mavericks on the other side, a young starting 5. Number 2, the sophomore Paxton Scott. Number 3, the junior Tucker Lowe. Number 5, sophomore Stratton Ebers. Number 11, Jalen Batiste, another sophomore. And to round off the lineup, number 33, Cy Stuckey, a junior.
Yeah, and Grayson, Stuckey is a player to watch tonight, standing at 6'7". And one thing to note about this Maize South team, they're very young. Only 2 juniors in their starting lineup, no seniors on the entire team. So very young, inexperienced, but they have some skill and some athleticism in their team. So it's going to be a great matchup to watch. And just in a couple seconds, the road to Emporia will commence.
The Crusaders come away with the tip, the energy high in the gymnasium as we get ready to play.
Daniels at the top of the key, surveying the court. KMC starting off with some quick passes. Dalian inside, the ball off his hands, but he collects it. KMC keeping it along the arc. And again, no shot clock tonight. Dalian puts up a 3 off the heel, taken down by Lowe.
And maybe some longer possessions in store for tonight. No shot clock in the 5A playoffs.
And not having that shot clock, I was speaking to senior Corbin Johnson earlier in the week, and he said it threw them off a little bit, and it's something that they're trying to get used to for the playoffs. Inside looking for a shot, whistle called.
And that is the first personal and team. Corey Daniels charged with the foul. And checking in for the Crusaders is Jude Porter, as Daniels takes a seat after picking up the early foul.
And Jalen Batiste will set things in motion from the sideline. Stuckey handling the ball. Keller guarding him. Ball pops out. That one dislodged by Dalian. And contact was made by Porter.
And the foul called on Jude Porter, his first personal. Refs looking for the context, trying to get the steal.
Porter on Batiste. Stuckey along the perimeter. Looked like he wanted to take the shot. The kick to Batiste again. Ball dislodged. Porter everywhere on the court. And that one deflected by Urlacher into the hands of Dalian. KMC in transition. High pass for Keller. Goes out of bounds.
And the Crusaders hounding the Mavericks on defense. 2 loose balls recovered by Maize South. And then looking for the travel call, but nothing coming. Just the sloppy pass heads out of bounds. Stuckey trying to bring it down the court for the Mavericks.
Still knotted at 0. And it looked like he wanted to take a shot, but moving inside Ebers. And Stuckey in the paint, losing the ball, picked up by Johnson. KMC hustling down the court. Porter deep, knocks it down to start the game. Tally up 3 for Jude Porter. A deep shot from the parking lot
and
for the junior.
First points for either team coming 2 minutes and 10 seconds into the matchup. But Jude Porter gets called for his second personal foul. The team third for the Crusaders. So he will take a seat. The senior Corey Daniels checking back in. And the refs not allowing any contact when the ball is brought up the court.
Ebers to inbound. Batiste at the controls for the Mavericks. A packed house here at KMC. Batiste gets the shot, the floater, rolling around the rim and out. Batiste grabs his own rebound, and he'll get the second chance opportunity off the square.
And the Crusaders have to come away with boards tonight if they want to hold a strong lead and take this game into their control.
Cross court pass to Johnson. Finds his shot, steps back, nails the jumper. Corbin Johnson has his first points.
The mid-range jumper has been there for Corbin Johnson all season. Whether he's heavily guarded or wide open, it is a shot he is going to make.
And a lot of KMC success depends on how Johnson can shoot the ball and the entire team in general. But if Johnson is hot, this team will be looking good tonight. And Ebers, the shot off the heel, cleared by Johnson. Urlacher looked open in the paint, but Dalian will get the ball on the perimeter. Keller for 3. That one off the heel. Daniels fighting for the ball. And KMC gets another opportunity. Squares up and nails the trifecta. Corbin Johnson, he has 5 points. He is hot out here.
Corbin Johnson shot that one from Maize South's parking lot. Absolutely showing off his range early, bringing the energy.
The answer, that one wide left. That one coming from Tucker Lowe.
And the response just not going anywhere near the basket. Air ball. Crusaders lead by 6, settling into this matchup.
And 4 minutes left in the first period. Urlacher in the corner. KMC keeping the ball movement consistent. That one poked out by Stuckey.
And Keller just couldn't find anybody. Stuck on the baseline. Poked away as the substitution for the Mavericks. Number 1, Reese Pauley, and number 3, Tucker Lowe taking a seat.
And Johnson, the step back. That one down the chute. Corbin Johnson has 7 points.
Crusaders jumping to an early 8-point lead here. Mavericks have to get something on offense going.
That ball poked out of Pauley's hands by Dalian. KMC executing some strong defense tonight.
The Mavericks have not been able to get comfortable on offense at all.
Stuckey sets a screen for Batiste. And wide open, Stuckey from the top of the key. That one is deposited.
And that is a 2-point shot, but was on the line for Stuckey.
Johnson from deep. Good! Corbin Johnson, leather through lace. He has not missed.
And this is the playoff Corbin Johnson that we have seen all of the times he has played in playoffs for KMC. The defense will be stout, but it will be Maize South basketball under their own basket. Corbin Johnson coming out absolutely electric.
And Corbin Johnson shooting 35% from the three-point arc on the season. And he is shooting very well tonight and showing off his prowess from deep.
And the sophomore Jordan Mangu took Keller's place on the court for the Crusaders. It looks like a foul will be called on Blaze Dalian, the sophomore, picking up his first personal. Keller quickly checking back on and taking his spot.
Pauly inside to Stuckey, the double team. And Stuckey forcing his way to the bucket. He has 4 points.
And Stuckey just finishing over the defense of the sophomore, getting his 4th point of the game. Johnson.
Nothing but nylon for Corbin Johnson. His 3rd three-pointer of the matchup.
And Corbin Johnson just shooting them from absolutely beyond the arc. And Maize South getting the contact layup.
And they're going to feed it to Johnson again. Bingo! Corbin Johnson again!
Are you not entertained by number 21?
KMC leading by 11 now. Maize South trying to energize their offense. The answer rattles off the rim, and Corbin Johnson taking that one up the court.
And Corbin Johnson is electric. They're probably going to look for him again. And the ball was poked out of the hands of Keller. Stays Kapaun basketball as number 10, Marcus Cates, takes the court for the Mavericks. Number 2, Paxton Scott taking a seat.
And Keller, to set things in motion, gets it to Daniels. Keller, the spin. Looking for a shot, powering through, using the glass. That's Keller's first points.
And the defense just in the face of Johnson now, trying not to give him any room to even breathe.
Stuckey guarded by Mangu, looking for a teammate. Stuckey on the screen to Batiste. Under 50 left now in the first. Clinton inside, the spin. Whistle called, and he was caught traveling.
And the travel call forced by the defense. Absolutely electric from the Kapaun students. As they have a lot to be happy about as Owen Herlocker takes a seat. Blaze Dalian checking back in for the Crusaders. 41 seconds remain in the first quarter.
And as you can see on your screen, it looks like Corbin Johnson gravitating towards the perimeter again. He's going to be wanting the ball. That one poked out by Stuckey.
And Dalian just trying to force the pass to Johnson, who's not open.
Stuckey inside the double team, gets that one to go, and he'll have a chance for the and one at the line.
And that one is the first personal for the sophomore Jordan Mangu. That is the team 5th of the quarter, putting the Mavericks in the bonus for the 13.5 seconds that remain in the first quarter. Johnson, 16 points in the first quarter. Hard to stop that. Big reason why the Mavericks trail by 11.
And that one rattles through on Maize South's first free throw attempt. 10 seconds now. Daniels taking the ball up the court. Keller in the perimeter. That one bouncing around, taken down by Pauly.
And a push called on the Mavericks. So it will be Crusader basketball under their own basket.
Daniels to inbound. Dalian to unleash. That one nearly went. 21-11. KMC leads by 10 at the end of the first period.
Just an unbelievably electric start from the Cape Mount Carmel Crusaders. And if you're Maize South, you played a pretty solid first quarter. Not able to find too much on offense, but other than that, playing a solid game. But trailing by 10 because of the heroics of Corbin Johnson. 16 points in the first quarter.
And Grayson, this is the exact type of play that you want to see going into the playoffs. Obviously, this is the last matchup before Emporia next week, and KMC looking as good as ever. And they're ready for some good matchups going forward. Some of the other brackets in Kansas 5A are Andover High School against Hayes, and that one is today at 5 right now at Andover. And then some other ones, Valley Center against Topeka West. That one going on right now at Topeka West. And then Goddard Eisenhower versus Andover Central. That one at Andover Central going on right now as well.
As play is set to resume here in the second quarter, Maize South basketball. Number 10, Marcus Cates to inbound for the Mavericks.
Baptiste inside, the quick pass to Stuckey. KMC taking it the other way. Johnson unleashes. That one bouncing off the front of the rim. Johnson just trying to take every shot now. And Baptiste losing the ball on the dribble. Porter inside against the 6'7" Stuckey, excuse me. Porter will get a chance at the line.
And drawing the foul, Porter will shoot 2 for the Crusaders.
And Porter off the mark on his first from 15 feet away. And Porter's second rolls in. Porter has 4 points. And Katz moving along in the perimeter, the dish to Stuckey. Stuckey inside the triple team, gets it to go on the gimme.
And a stoppage of play for an injured Maize South player, number 0, Charlie Clinton, still on the ground. And hopefully he is okay. Athletic trainers tending to him quickly. So a stoppage of play with 7:06 to play in the first half. Crusader scoring surge took a lot of the attention in the first quarter, but their defense is what is making them able to hold this lead, not allowing Maize South any easy passes or shots. As Charlie Clinton is back on his feet, hopefully he is okay as he returns to the Maize South bench. And best wishes for him. Hopefully we see him return in this matchup.
And Dalian will get things started. And Porter at the helm for this offense. Erlacher wide open in the corner. That one off the heel, corralled by Johnson. Johnson tried to get the pass out, taken the other way by the Mavericks. Stuckey finds an open man in the corner. He unleashes. That one well short from Scott.
The
Porter
Crusaders
hustling
finally
the other way. The floater. Jude Porter has 6. Paxton Scott handling the ball. Maize South keeping along the perimeter. Scott looked like he wanted to take that shot, just trying to find the right opportunity. Batiste loses the ball. Whistle called.
That call will be given to number 4, Rocco Keller. That is the first for the junior. As Corey Daniels returns to the court for the Crusaders, Jude Porter taking a seat. It will be inbounded on the far sideline for the Maize South Mavericks.
Tucker Lowe to set things in motion. Batiste in the corner. Finds Stuckey and around the horn for the Mavericks. Stuckey through contact. That one off the heel. KMC will take it the other way.
And Stuckey was looking for the call on the contact. Refs ruling Crusaders playing defense straight up. Keller, no good.
And whistle called, that one in favor of Maize South.
And Herlocker called for the reach-in, his first, the team's second on the Crusaders, as it is Stuckey to inbound.
Batiste taking the ball up for the Mavericks. Stuckey inside the double team. Scott wide open in the corner. That one bouncing off the rim and cleared by Daniels. Johnson moving inside the floater. That one bouncing in.
And Corbin Johnson finding everything on offense tonight that he can. Something to note, Mavericks only 2 points so far in the second quarter.
Stuckey on the step back, and his first will not go. Whistle called. And Jalen Batiste will trigger it in. Inside. The bucket will go for Pauly. Daniels at the top of the key. Inside, the step back. Daniels off the bracket, taken down by Lowe. Batiste looking for a shot.
And a charge is called on the Mavericks. That one is on number 11, Jalen Batiste, the sophomore, picking up his first personal, team second on the Mavericks.
Under 4 minutes now, KMC leads by 11. Urlacher, the spin and the step back, that one off the heel. Daniels fighting for the ball, gets it, and Johnson wide open. Nearly in, and the Mavericks will take it the other way. Johnson came in on the defense and poked that ball out.
And it will be number 3, Tucker Lowe, to inbound for the Mavericks in front of the KMC student section on the far sideline. But a substitution for the Crusaders first. Number 3, Reed Stulsatz, the sophomore, checking in as Jude Porter takes a seat.
Lowe trying to find an open teammate. Scott guarded by Johnson. The Mavericks keeping along the perimeter. Scott to unload. That one will not go. Taken down by Keller. Maize South unsuccessful from deep tonight.
Maize South held to only 4 points so far in the second quarter. Can't find anything consistent on offense.
Keller nearly stripped. And whistle called in favor of Maize South. That was Keller's second personal.
And the Crusaders not happy about the call. Coach Devek having the discussion with the ref.
And Daniels getting in there on the tight defense, the one-on-one. Corey Daniels connects using the square. And Daniels will get a shot at the line to complete the and one.
And a big and one, electrifying the crowd for the Crusaders. Ball doesn't lie, not happy with the call, taking it right back, doing it himself as Keller takes a seat for the Crusaders. Jordan Mangu checks back in.
And Daniels down the chute from 15 feet away. Scott wide open from deep. That one will not go. Daniels cleared the board. The deep heave to Johnson. Johnson finding a spot in the corner. Unleashes.
And Scott called on the foul in the corner three by Johnson. So Corbin Johnson set to shoot three here for the Crusaders. 2:22 left to play in the first half. Paxton Scott picking up his second personal, Mavericks' fourth team.
Johnson good on his first. He's 19 points. Johnson burying his second. Third shot on the way for Corbin Johnson. And the senior nails all three on the three-point try.
The Crusaders throughout this entire game have not throttled back on defense whatsoever as Stuckey gets the alley-oop into the lay, having to make the move around the defense. And a good play from the Maverick center.
Daniels finding Urlacher. Inside Mangu. Mangu loses the ball, and Scott will pick it up off the court, take it the other way. Batiste along the wing, inside, unloads, and Batiste's shot will ricochet off the rim. Kept alive, Batiste grabbing his own rebound, and inside Pauly rejected, but whistle called.
And that foul will be assessed to number 12, Owen Herlocker. That is his second personal. And the team fifth for the Crusaders. The Mavericks enter into the bonus as number 1, Reese Pauly, shoots two. The first one bounces off the back of the rim, bricks right off. And a timeout called. Cape and Mount Carmel electing for the quick 30 seconds to talk things over.
And Grayson, KMC leading by 15. They're feeling good. Around a minute 30 left in the half. And like you were saying, their defense, they've stayed stout all contest long, transitioning very well. And, Coach Eck, when I talked to him at the very beginning of the season, he said he wants to take each day, each game, one at a time. Because getting back to the state championship, this team won last year. They're trying to defend their title. That can be very daunting, and it looks like KMC, they've done a great job of it all season long, played very consistent, coming in here 18-3, and they're just trying to get another win on the board to send them to Emporia.
Yeah, and like you said, just the attention to detail on the defense throughout all this game, the high energy. With any Steve Eck coach team, you're going to see that on defense. As Herlocker comes down with the rebound, 0 for 2 for Reese Pauley from the free throw line on that trip.
Daniels surveying the court. Daniels inside, unloads. Off the heel, taken down by Stuhlstotz. Erlocker will get the second chance, and Erlocker will get a trip at the stripe.
That one given to number 3, Tucker Lowe. That is his first, team 5th for the Mavericks. Crusaders enter the bonus. Herlocker to shoot 2.
Erlocker connects on his first. And Erlocker's second rolls in.
And Herlocker takes a seat for number 10, Cole Rapp, the sophomore stepping onto the court for the Crusaders.
And Cates taking the ball up, guarded by Rapp, the sophomore. Under a minute left in the half now.
Number 10 on number 10 matchup. The sophomore trying to make use of the time you get on the court.
And Maize South taking their time, unloads is Baptiste off the heel.
And it will be over the back of the backboard, so it will be called Crusader basketball after the out of bounds on Maize South.
Daniels at the helm for this offense with under 30 left. Daniels patiently waiting for the right opportunity.
Yeah, and the Crusaders just looking to take the last shot of the half. Johnson trying to get open. Corbin Johnson for 3. No good. Off the side of the rim. Time expires. We head into the locker room. Crusaders lead 34-17. Stick around for the $500 halftime half-court shot competition. We'll see you in the second half.
Hello and welcome back from the break as KMC leads by 17, 34-17. As Corbin Johnson had 21 in the first quarter, or excuse me, 16 in the first quarter, 21 in the first half. Wild performance from number 21, just playing lights out in the sub-state final game.
Yeah, and Maize South just never able to get some consistency going on offense, being held to 17 points and 6 of those in the second quarter.
Keller along the wing. He unloads. And wide left for Rocco Keller. Maize South trying to energize their offense. Batiste along the wing. Guarded by Daniels. Across the court, taken by Johnson. Dalian on the one-on-one. Wide open. And contact made.
And the discussion to see if it is an intentional foul by the refs. And the discussion still being made. And it is an intentional foul called on the Mavericks. Blaze Dalian to shoot the free throws. Foul called on number 3, Tucker Lowe. And I think, Andrew, that one was a clear intentional. The clean lane for the easy layup for the sophomore. Just the grab at the wrist.
Yeah, very unneeded contact, and Dalian will make use of the opportunities. His first one, no good, off the heel of the rim.
And a warning assessed to Maize South head coach Joe Jackson, as he is in the ears of the ref at the scores table.
Dalian connecting on his second. It's Dalian's first point.
So now head coach Joe Jackson has to be careful not to pick up that second warning into the technical.
Daniels to set things in motion. A wide open Keller as his man falls. Ebers fell and Keller took advantage of the shot. Keller has 5 points.
And the Crusaders trying to stay hot from behind the arc in the second half like they were in the first. But an off-ball foul called on the Crusaders. That one will be on Corey Daniels, his second, and the team first. And Batiste turns it over instantly, caught on the travel.
Daniels moving quickly, hands it off to Urlacher, and a wide open Keller gets it inside. Urlacher waiting for the right opportunity. Off the glass, taken down by the Mavericks. Batiste hustling down the court. Finds an open teammate. Scott will unload. Mid-range jumper connects. And that's Scott's first points.
And the Scott was letting it fly from behind the arc in the first half, not getting any to fall. Deciding to take the mid-range, but the off-ball offensive foul called. This is Corbin Johnson's first personal. And that is the team second for the Crusaders.
Batiste in the control for the Mavericks. And Johnson pokes that one away out of bounds. That'll be Maize South basketball.
And the ref having to talk to a Maize South fan in the crowd for yelling at Corbin Johnson. And a stoppage of play, bringing Kapaun administrators over. A Maize South fan causing some disruption on the far sideline. And it looks like security will head his way. Or maybe not.
And Scott looked like he wanted to take this shot. Quick kick to Lowe, and Maize South keeping along the arc. And inside, Stuckey loses the ball, but will be picked up by Ubers, and he'll get the bucket. And Urlacher wide open. Ricochets off the rim, taken down by Batiste. Batiste inside, wide open, lays the ball in with a soft touch.
Timeout called by Cape and Mount Carmel. Maize South on a scoring surge. Coach Stevek trying to slow the momentum by the Mavericks. And it is a 30-second timeout. Something that we've seen head coach Stevek do all season. Once the other team starts to build up some quick momentum, quick timeout, slow things down, and usually the team falls right back into their groove.
KMC still leading by 15, but anything can happen in March, and I think it's good that Coach Stevek took the time to talk things over with his team and help them settle down and find their groove again.
And as emotions run high in this high-energy matchup, the refs discussing between Corbin Johnson and a couple of the Maize South players, trying to keep this game calm.
Daniels in the trap, gets it out to Johnson. Johnson, they heave down the court, and Urlacher finds Keller. Keller, the spin, double-teamed, gets it into Urlacher. Urlacher ball pops out, and Dalian along the wing moving inside again. Daniels looks like he wants to take the shot. The kick to Dalian. And losing the ball, picked up off the court by Stuckey. Batiste motioning for the screen. Inside. And dislodged by Daniels. Keller hustling the other way. Finds an open man in Dalian. Dalian unleashes. And dead eye for Blaze Dalian. Dalian has 4 points.
And the Crusaders coming out of the timeout looking a lot more settled in after some of the commotion. Johnson being called on the foul for the defense. Some frustration and emotion seeming to build with number 21. His second personal and the team third for the Crusaders.
Batiste guarded by Daniels. Multiple screens set. Daniels trying to weave through the traffic. Picked off by Corbin Johnson. Wide open, the slam! Corbin Johnson throwing the ball down. He has 23 points.
And Corbin Johnson taking his frustrations out on the rim.
Stuckey unleashes. The three drops for the 6'7" junior.
And Stuckey picking up his 14th points of the game, by far the leading scorer for the Mavericks as we head into a timeout called by the Maize South Mavericks. And as the Crusaders talk things over,
and on that last play, Johnson going in and slamming it down, using all his energy on that play. Excellent show by the senior in his last game here at Cape and Mount Carmel. The crowd was electric, Grayson. That was incredible.
Well, definitely some just chaos letting loose. The intentional foul, the warning for the Maize South coach, and then the altercation with the fan. Just things seemed to get a little out of hand there for a second. As the Crusaders settled back in, just getting the three and then the slam.
Maize South initiating the press now. Dalian wide open. Inside. Dalian hit the splits, and that will go the other way.
Looks like just a quick, indecisive decision. Dalian travels as he takes a seat. Jordan Mangu, the sophomore, takes his place.
Low to check things in. Scott at the helm for Maize South. The screen set by Stuckey for Johnson. Scott unloads, ricochets off the front of the rim, taken down by Mangu. Corey Daniels in transition. Daniels wide open in the corner. Elects to take it inside. Daniels rejected by Stuckey, but Porter came in, dislodging the ball. A quick turn of events for KMC.
And Porter on the attempt to save it, his foot barely out of bounds on the baseline. Will be Stuckey to inbound for the Mavericks. The Crusaders sticking with the man defense here.
Scott, the quick dish to Stuckey. Stuckey at the top of the key. Looked like his foot was on the line, ricocheting off the front of the rim, taken down by Johnson. Keller on the other end. Around the horn for KMC.
Crusaders just trying to find the open shot. So foul will be called on Batiste. Getting some contact with the arm of Keller, who was holding the ball. That is the team's second personal on Batiste.
Daniels to inbound for KMC. Keller finds Porter on the cut, and Porter will get a shot to complete the three-point play.
And Porter drawing the and one through the contact from Batiste. Batiste picks up personal, and the team third for the Mavericks as the sophomore Reed Stulsatz checks in for the Crusaders. Rocco Keller taking a seat. And number 0, Charlie Clinton, checking in for number 5, Stratton Ebers of the Mavericks.
And Porter nails his one and only. Daniels guarding Batiste as they cross the dividing line. Under 3 minutes left in the third. KMC leads by 20. Scott inside and gets the floater to connect. Scott has 4 points.
And the quick 2 points off the right hand of Scott. Crusaders trying to continue their open looks. Porter throws it away.
And nearly poked out by Porter, trying to get the turnover. And inside, Batiste with the soft touch off the glass.
And
Batiste has 8.
Batiste was just beating the defense down the floor, getting in front of him, and no one to stop him from driving into the open lane.
Stulsatz along the wing and inside. Using the square to go, Reed Stulsatz has his first points. KMC leads by 18 now. 2 minutes left in the third.
And it looked like Scott hit the floor, trying to draw the foul on the defense of Porter. Mangu recovers the loose ball.
2 Maize South players on the court, and Jude Porter connects to have 11 points.
And just a weird series of events with the Maize South players trying to draw the foul, falling onto the court.
Scott to Stuckey. Stuckey. And contact made. Waiting for the call from the officials.
Porter called on the blocking foul. The charge will not be called, as Porter, Daniels, and Johnson take seats for the Crusaders. So a big lineup change there for Cape and Mount Carmel, as Stuckey will shoot 2.
Stuckey's first off the heel. And Stuckey's second from 15 feet away will not go. Dalian taking the ball up the court. Dalian looking for an open man. Stulsatz Urlacher. Urlacher, the spin. And hitting his face was Stuckey.
And the charge called. Urlacher picking up his third. And the Crusader fans not happy with that, arguing that the block on the other end should have been a charge.
Batiste dancing around the defense. Finds Stuckey inside, guarded by Mangu. Stuckey, ball poked out. Maize South will reset. 45 seconds left on the clock. Inside double team, the kick out. Stuhlstotz gets a hand on it, and Keller will be in control, taking it another way. Now, 10 seconds left in the third. KMC trying to get the last shot in. Dalian unloads. And Dalian down the chute. Dalian has 6 points. The last second shot coming from the Mavericks. 52-30, KMC leads by 22.
And another successful quarter for the Crusaders. And as this is the last broadcast of the home season, we'd like to thank you all for joining us. From myself, Grayson Greer, and my co-host, Andrew, to the people you see that you don't see behind the camera, we have, and behind the scenes, Millie Stewart and Will Etheridge taking care of the technicalities.
And Grayson, this is my final broadcast year at Cape and Mount Carmel, and it's been an excellent experience broadcasting with you for the past 2 seasons in basketball, and just being able to learn beside you and be able to produce this content for you guys, the fans at home. So thank you so much, and big shout out to Millie and Will also.
Yeah, and thank you for everybody who tunes in to watch and support the Crusaders and the various away teams throughout the season. We do this for you, and we appreciate your support. And as we look to resume play here in the fourth quarter, 1 quarter left before the buzzer sounds to determine which of these two teams moves on to the state playoff bracket.
And Maize South trying to dig themselves out of the hole. Down by 22. KMC in the driver's seat now. Unleashing off the mark, ricocheting off the rim and corralled again by the Mavericks. Stuckey handling the ball, the quick kick, and that one will go from Cates.
And the full court defense from the Mavericks, trying to force quick turnovers and get out of this hole and get quick points.
Johnson unleashes. Johnson scratching the rim. Stuhlstotz recovered the ball, keeping the possession alive. Inside Johnson. Well off the mark on the shot, taken down by Pauly. Batiste losing the ball, guarded by Johnson. Inside Batiste.
And the foul is called on Corbin Johnson. That is his third, the team first of the fourth quarter for the Crusaders. It is Batiste to inbound under their own basket for the Mavericks.
Batiste from 3. That one off the heel. Porter fighting for the ball. And whistle called.
Foul will be called on Jude Porter, but he gets called for a technical.
And Porter with his 4th personal foul.
And the technical will be his 5th, so Jude Porter fouls out of the game with over 6.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. As Daniels takes his place on the court, Cates not able to get his first technical free throw to fall.
And Porter, a key part of this lineup, a nice speed guy to insert for Corey Daniels. Both those guys interchangeable and great ball handlers for this team.
And Porter, just the frustration seeming to build as he's gotten the whistle called various times on his press defense. Jude Porter likes to play the defense close to the defender, and tonight's not allowing it.
Pauly handling the ball near midcourt. Dalian on the defense. Stuckey inside. The double team. Stuckey cannot connect, scratching the rim, but Keller will lose the ball when transitioning between hands. That will be Maize South basketball.
The quick turnover forced by Maize South. Crusaders have got to settle back in and be sound with the ball. The three, no good.
Stuckey on the second chance. Pauly wide open in the corner. That one wide left. Mengu inside, one-on-one versus Stuckey. Contact made. The sophomore goes up against the junior, and Mengu will get a trip for two.
The Crusader student section trying to have the back of Jordan Mengu, asking for the technical. Jordan Mengu hit the court hard. As he will shoot two here for the Crusaders.
Mengu's first off the heel of the rim. Mengu looking for his first points on the night.
And Cates, Pauly, and Clinton taking a seat for the Mavericks. So three people change on the lineup.
And Mengu's second will bounce around and in. Batiste handling the ball for the Mavericks. 6 minutes remain in the contest. Batiste, the double team, gets the kick out to Scott. Scott unloads. That one off the heel. Corralled by Daniels as he takes it the other way. Keller at the top of the key. Moving inside through the defense. And Keller picked up the contact.
And Keller will shoot two here. That is the third personal for number 2, Paxton Scott. That is the team's second for the Maize South Mavericks.
And it's Currency on Keller's first.
And Mengu taking a seat for the Crusaders. Corbin Johnson checks back in. The senior has 23.
Keller's second goes through. And Rocco Keller with 7 on the night. Ubers off the hand of Dalian and out.
And after the poke out, will be low to inbound for the Mavericks.
Low to check in. Batiste through KMC contact and not get the basket.
And throwing it out of bounds, it will be Crusader basketball. Dalian to pass it in for the Crusaders.
Maize South on the press. Johnson looked for Stool Stotts. That one goes out of bounds off of a Maize South defender.
And just a pass off the leg of the defender. Johnson trying to find the easy pass in the 3-on-2 scenario.
Dalian looked for the attempt, but KMC will take it around the horn. Dalian moving inside. Cannot connect. Taken down by Stuckey. And Ubers, dead eye. And that's his 5th point.
And that seemed to be the first bucket for either team that we have seen in a while. The timeout, a full timeout to talk things over. And the Crusaders lead still by 18. Just a weird series of events there for a little bit with the strong foul. But Maize South trying to keep this one within reach.
And Grayson, we've seen the pace of this game slow down a lot. Both these two teams have really kind of run into a wall. KMC still winning by quite a bit and playing well defensively and offensively. But Maize South is kind of coming in their own a bit on defense, and they've been able to stop KMC on a couple possessions. Plus, there have been quite a few calls in the second half.
Yeah, I would agree. The pace slowing down, but the Crusaders are playing with the energy that they need to play with in order to be successful in the playoffs. Maize South trying to match that energy throughout this one, doing a pretty good job, but just offensively they haven't shot well. The Crusaders not allowing open opportunities. And as we are set to resume play here, is Dalian to inbound for the Crusaders.
4:30 left on the clock. Dalian finds Keller. Keller, the 2-on-1, and Urlacher putting the ball up on the alley-oop. Daniels guarding Batiste. Stuckey along the wing. And Ubers will unleash. That one off the back attachment. Daniels double team, gets it out to Dalian. Dalian in the corner to Johnson. Johnson will move inside. The quick laser to Dalian. Johnson again, the laser. And turnaround jumper from Keller will bounce off and will go in favor of Maize South. That one pops out. Lowe will recollect the ball. Stuckey, mid-range jumper. Deposits the 2 points. And Cy Stuckey has 16.
And the Crusaders need to find something again on offense, slowing down. As Maize South tries to slowly dig themselves back.
3 minutes remain in the game. Daniels double teamed. Contact made by Stuckey.
And Stuckey continues the foul with his size. As Daniels receives the inbound.
Daniels showing off his dribble moves. Finds an open Dalian. Dalian fumbles with the ball. Won't take the shot. KMC keeping along the wing. Daniels has the ball pop out.
The foul is on number 2, Paxton Scott. That is his 5th. As both number 2s now have fouled out of the matchup. Jude Porter for the Crusaders, and now Paxton Scott for the Mavericks. To take his place is number 1, Reese Pauly.
And Johnson will set things in motion. Johnson inside the alley-oop to Urlacher. The jam from number 12.
And the student section going crazy. You love to see it. Keller the breakaway.
Keller the one-on-one. Try laying that one in. Rolls around the rim. but that will be in Maize South's favor as they pick it up off the court. Stuckey handling the ball past midcourt. Ubers for 3. In and out. Daniels double teamed. Dalian moving up the court. Looking for an open man. Taking his time. Johnson inside. Johnson gets up a shot, fouled by Cy Stuckey.
And the claps rain for Stuckey. The student section just letting him hear it after picking up his 3rd personal. That is the team 5th on Maize South, so the Crusaders enter into the bonus. Johnson to shoot 2.
And Johnson connects on his first. He has 24.
And everybody checks out for the Mavericks except for Stuckey and Cates. And the substitution for the Crusaders, Jordan Mangu and Charlie Barrier checking in as Dalian and Daniels take a seat.
Charlie Barrier receiving his first minutes of the playoffs. And Johnson connects from 15 feet away on his second. Inside Batiste, whistle called.
And that one will be called on number 14, Charlie Barrier, his first, team 4th.
Clinton to check in. And unleashing that one off the heel. Johnson saving the ball from going out of bounds, but hit the baseline himself.
And just a Looney Tunes series of events. Johnson hitting the court, turns it over. As Cy Stuckey takes a seat for the Mavericks. As Keller sits down along with Herlocker and Johnson, Ryan Carey, Jackson Gosh, and Cole Rapp taking their place. As they take a seat to a large applause from the Crusader faithful.
KMC just trying to close out the game at this point. The deep 3. That one bounced around and in for Kate. KMC student section erupting in the I Believe chant.
And anticipation building as the Crusaders can smell the sub-state trophy. Looking to move on to Emporia. Ball poked out. Rapp jumps on it. A timeout called to retain possession for the Crusaders. 30-second timeout.
And leading by 19. It's always great to see some of the players that don't get as much playing time getting in and receiving some minutes. And on that last play, the alley-oop, Erlocker with the jam. An excellent show of athleticism from the senior. And after that, as we said, the student section erupted in cheers.
Yeah, and how could you not something that you see too much with the Crusaders. This team not too big on the flash and showmanship.
And on the night, KMC 20 for 44 from the field goal. Maize South 18 for 59. That's a big differential right there, and a big reason that KMC is in the driver's seat. 7 3-pointers from the Crusaders and 4 for the Mavericks. And another one, 15 rebounds. KMC does a great job of keeping possessions alive offensively through those, and 9 steals as well. Doing a great job hooking balls out and keeping the Mavericks frustrated.
Barrier kicks it out to Rapp. The sophomore for 3. No good. Barrier, no good. And it will be off the hands of Jackson Gosh. Maize South basketball.
And Maize South handling the ball with 45 seconds left in the game. And inside, Maize trying to grab the rebound. Marcotte to set things in motion for the Mavericks in the final 35 seconds.
Oh, and the scoreboard's just shut off. Seems to be some technical difficulties. I've never seen that one before. Oh, there they are. So we will resume play here once again. Not sure what. Oh, they're back off. What is going on?
And Pat Martinez is on the job.
And the student section with the Pat Martinez chants, trying to solve the issue. But play cannot resume until we figure this out. We need the clock.
And Grayson, how can you not love Pat Martinez, KMC's favorite custodian and handyman?
And Pat comes to the rescue. Scoreboard's back on. Hopefully they stay on and we resume play. That's a first. I've been to a lot of Kapaun basketball games, never seen that.
And the deep three scratches the rim from Katz. Wrap to Maize. Ryan Carey at the top of the key. Carey finds Maize. Maize through traffic, stuffed by the rim twice and misses his third. Gosh, keeping the possession alive, trying to get a fourth chance opportunity.
And the Crusaders dribbling this one out. Coming out on top, 61-42. Kapaun Mount Carmel moves on to Emporia.
And Grayson, just an all-around excellent performance from the Crusaders. Johnson with 26 on the night. And we will see them fight for a state championship later this week in Emporia. Thank you and good night.